Welcome to paradise once again, guys. This house and job is going to be affectionately titled the CHILLI house. Why, you might ask? Because the reason this is empty ties into the fact that my former tenants here and the neighbors had a fight culminating in chili being thrown at each other. I'm not really sure what the truth is. I don't know whether it was my tenants or whether it was the neighbors or what, but there were complaints and allegations and all sorts of terrible things going back and forth, essentially a turf war in southern Ohio, and it culminated in people throwing chili at each other. I had one person say, well, it was cold chili out of the refrigerator. Another individual said it was steaming hot chili straight from the stove, which would have been sitting over there, I think. So if you can imagine a bowl of chili going from there over and being thrown at people. So I bought this place for next to nothing, and the tenants loved it. So it's the greatest house. I'm the greatest landlord ever. They loved me. So take a guess, guys. What these marks are. I'll give you a couple seconds. Make sure you like and subscribe before I tell you what it is, because you'll probably get sick. And it gives my life meaning on these kinds of jobs. This is one of those things where do you evict somebody because of this crap, or do you let them just kind of keep going on because they don't want you to raise the rent? They also don't want you to fix it. I realize this becomes a very major health concern, but on the ceiling is the same stuff under these counters. This is all roach droppings. This is one of the filthiest houses I have ever seen in my 14 years of being a real estate agent. 6 years, 12 years of being a landlord, helping my brother manage his apartment complex. Most of this black stuff you see here is roach crap. This toilet in here is new. This is what it looks like. This is a new toilet, guys. And it's not. The fact this is 8 years of built-up roach crap, it's just this is how dirty the people were. Because we have done, in 4 years, 2 full inspections on this property, and it was never this bad. I mean, yeah, you look at the outlets that are all having to be removed and replaced at my cost. But you normally don't take apart light switches and everything like that. And every single time we came in here, we ordered a 3 to 6 month round of roach treatments, which would solve the problem for at least a little while, but then they would come back in full force to feast once again on this delicious rental property. And it's just a disaster. Because people that I typically liked, they're nice people. They treated me great. They paid their rent on time, every time. But this is the condition of the house. And realize that this house was in pretty dang good shape when they rented it. But it sure isn't now. And yours truly is going to have to bear the cost of renovation on this wonderful disaster, the CHILLI house. And when it's all done, we're going to replace these fake walls and replace them with real walls because they don't go up to the ceiling. So it's a fake 4-bedroom house. Windows have been broken out. I don't know if this was from the CHILLI kids or by the CHILLI kids or what, but it's an abject disaster. And it's kind of, a wonderful fairy tale into the life of how people in central and southern Ohio live at times. I promise you that I've been in houses in $300,000 neighborhoods here in Ohio, and they have been just as bad. So wealth and affluence does not always solve these problems. You could be living in a nice subdivision where everybody loves to have cookouts and you love your neighbors and everything seems fine. And one of the people in your subdivision driving nice cars, wearing nice clothes, could live like this. Because once again, I have seen it. So, do you think they were smokers? I think they were. Either that or they are very skilled artists and have this really cool nicotine design on the walls. This is a really old fireplace. I'm sure it was nice and gorgeous one time, but for some reason there's carpet here. I imagine just to block it off, they tried hillbilly sealing it to prevent a draft. And, well, why not use carpet on there? Even the carpet, I don't know how you get carpet dirty on a wall, but they did it. You know, maybe they kicked it and things like that. So, what a disaster. Yay. I would blame this on coronavirus, but it's not. They just moved out because of the CHILLI fight. So we have to go and replace everything in the house. But I got the house for a really great price. The landlord was tired of owning it. He said that these tenants were great. The other tenants were terrible. And he just kind of had a carousel of people moving in and out. And this is one of the neighborhoods I am trying to make better. I am trying to make better. So I figured I would show you guys the before video of this wonderful property.
Cat's not getting in there, it's getting in somewhere else.
Well, I physically saw the cat going in with the grate.
No, he was going in there,
okay,
but now it's getting in some other way.
Okay.
You doing a video of it?
Yeah, I'm just doing a real quick video walkthrough. I'm holding off on this one till like all of the repairs are done and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because like the last walkthrough and explaining how they had a CHILLI fight and all the craziness, that's only like 6 minutes. Now, as you have all come to expect, there's got to be something interesting. And this wonderful device is something that my guys found in the ceiling, in the drop ceiling in one of the bedrooms. I really like those tenants, and I was kind of surprised that we found a rock pipe or a crystal pipe in the wall. Let it be known also that Putter loves Lacey. I wanted to make sure that that was captured in this moment on my YouTube video. So we, as it stands right now, are about at 2 weeks into this project. They've had to completely rip out some walls that were just totally inappropriately installed. They weren't even tied into anything in the ceiling. And as you can tell here with the floors, the subfloor is just a mess. It was my hope that this would be a 2-week job. 2 weeks in, out, everything happy. I will have at least 100 applications on this house. I'm trying to skirt the line between affordable and making sure everything is done in a correct manner. So if you guys want to diagnose and or tear apart this rental in the comment section, feel free to do so. I bought this house for $17,500, and on the initial time span of that, we spent only about $5,000 on just low quality stuff. Here at day 10, I was wrong on the last part. Here at day 10, they have done a significant amount of cleaning for the roach crap. It's still not perfect. But in between us doing a cleaning and sealing it in, it's certainly looking a heck of a lot better. We use some very, very good Sherwin-Williams products. I would love to be sponsored by them if somebody at that company is listening, but I don't have a huge preference for paint. But whatever we use, we go with really thick stuff. We did have this, that's an outlet that exploded. That's real fun, but there is a giant mound of roach crap here. This is the kind of environment that everybody wants their children to grow up in. And like a lot of my places, I get blamed for the roaches. Even though we go in and we hire companies to come in and treat them, we pay for roach treating materials, bug treating materials. It's always kind of amazing to me that regardless of what happens, I get the blame. So if you can tell here, one of the big changes is the battleship gray on the walls. I am a huge fan of that. I realize that's kind of your average Karen TLC type move on renovations, but whenever somebody has done in the lifespan of a house like a really crappy plaster job, battleship gray is awesome, and it will cover it up 9 times out of 10. As we transition, you can see the room with the absolutely severe nicotine stains. This room coming up. As you do multiple coats with the heavy gloss paint, you'll find very quickly, here, like you can see on the wall, the nicotine stains are magically gone. Battleship Gray does an even better job, but in this case we did just kind of like an off-white. Just really great product, really great job. I think we use something called Sherwin-Williams Property Management. Here we are at day 18. You're not going to be able to tell a significant difference between this and day 10. We're making really good progress on this till we got to the drop ceilings and ripping out all the old carpet. There's just a lot of bowing in the floors. We are starting to go in and actually do real work on the walls, which was a total pain in the butt. We found I think we found 2 or 3 pipes in the house, which is always wonderful. There it is. You can see the pipe there on the wall. It's just one of those things. You run into all sorts of treasures and tragedies in these kinds of houses. And I want to document it so you guys see why your rent's so high and the things that I struggle with as a affordable housing landlord. I do enjoy my job quite a bit, but, it is what it is. So the kitchen's looking a heck of a lot better, but like I said, this is day 18, and it gets worse because this renovation gets very, very long. Here we are, over a month into the rehab project. The vast majority of the painting projects and painting process is completely done here. It's starting to look great, even though I'm not super happy with the time frame. Like I said, we've got this place rented out as soon as it's available. And it's one of those things where it's very difficult to try and balance everything between how much work you put in it, how much money you put in it, and how long it's off the market, because every day it's not available for rent is a day that I lose money. Like I said, this is going to bring us about between $500 and $600 a month, even as a 4-bedroom. I would likely be much farther ahead to just go ahead and rent it on HUD and get the maximum amount of rent. But I had a lot of people that were not on HUD that wanted to rent this one. So I figured I'll make it affordable, and whatever application ends up on the top of the pile we'll go with. There's the new wall that we put in. We had to put 2 of those walls in. So it is a true 4-bedroom house, which is kind of cool. And you don't see too many of those under $600. The neighborhood's not the best. Like I said, there was an assault type case, a complaint of the people getting in fights with CHILLI. I've been called continuously about people looking in the windows and potentially the kids that were involved in the CHILLI fight there. So this is the final rehab walkthrough, day number 63. And that's no joke. It took us from right around the first part of May to the first part of July to get to this point. We installed brand new flooring in the kitchen, several rooms we put new flooring in. Not everything's perfect in here. We did not replace the countertop. This is before the last cleaning is done. We put there in the kitchen just a lay down linoleum product. There's the washer dryer room, the bathroom, that toilet's still there. My guys are swearing to me they will get it clean on the construction clean, but we'll see. We put LVT in the hallway. I'm a big fan of that. We opted just to go and put a nice heavy duty floor coating, just like a standard paint here. I think we put quarter round in. I don't know that this reflects it. There's one of the brand new walls that we built, so that this is a true 4-bedroom as opposed to the crappy job that was done before. Here is the 2nd bedroom. And as a fun note, you would have had this walkthrough about a week earlier if you followed me on TikTok. I know that TikTok is not the choice of a lot of people, but you can follow me at Investment Joy at TikTok. I'm posting more content on there. I actually had a tree fall on my house, and that's why content has been so scarce recently. Here is the living room. We've replaced just about everything in it. Carpet, we put a little breezeway there. Here is the bedroom with no nicotine stains to be found anywhere. And I'm very happy to report to you all that the mantle cleaned up very nicely. We put a brand new fan in. All new carpet in every room that we needed it in. So I figured I'd show this to you. As it stands now, I think I put $6,000 in the rehab, so now I've got maybe $30,000 in this house that'll rent for between $500 and $600. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Thank you all.